Alright, smash the options button to begin. Getting in one last video here before I go away for Christmas break. I'll be seeing you guys in the new year, and until then I'll leave you with a number 5 in the world time. Not on the 24-hour time trials here, but this is overall. In Biobio in Chile, using an old little Audi. So, jumping right into it, again, we're going to remember those fundamentals from the last video, specifically again kind of focusing on light left foot brake pressure instead of heavy stabs. So light left foot brake pressure for some of these longer sweepers here, and I'll give you guys a little replay from the outside so you can see, you can see, the graphics maybe aren't the best, but you can see the brake pedals, or the brake lights going on and off, sorry. And you can kind of see the duration, how long we're holding the brake. We're really coming off of the brake really slowly and gently to give us kind of that traction control as we're flat on the accelerator. Coming in through here, we are going to do a quick reverse blip, so we're going to lift off for just a blip as we get through the apex of those turns, to kind of give ourselves a little bit more rotation and immediately back in the throttle before we start lifting off the gas. So we already have power being fed to all four wheels before we start taking pressure off of the nose. Here, trying to get a nice smooth radius. Always about those single radiuses, right? If we can just turn in once and knock down 2 or 3 turns, that will give us some good momentum rather than having to turn, go straight, turn again, go straight. Speaking of that momentum, a little bit hard to get myself chucked in, so I'm going to use the handbrake for this. It's also a little bit hard to downshift in this car quickly from 5th to 2nd, just because the downshifts take a while in these old cars. Here, just standard left foot braking, staying in the gas, as well as here, maybe just a light touch of handbrake if we're not getting the rotation we wanted from the left foot braking. And again here, trying to keep that nice single radius the best we can across those kind of 3 turns, keeping the speed up. Trying to take a nice late apex through that corner on this, what could be a little bit of a straight. This next one's way more important because this is a long straight, so again, try and get a nice late apex out of there. Good exit speed, staying flat through all these little bumps ahead, looking up as far as we can go to know, where straight is, getting ourselves lined up nice and neatly, braking over that crest, getting yourself chucked in back on the accelerator as we go around that turn. And then here also trying to have a nice smooth single radius, and I'll show you guys from the outside what I mean. If you look at the body of the car, the weight left to right, as we come over here making this right, you can kind of see I try to keep that angle going for as long as I can to really use that momentum that I already have, and I have to keep going back and forth. Here, staying on the brakes through the inside of these turns, and lifting for this one, because that one gets really slippery. But there I'm on the brakes pretty decently, just to get myself slowed down and kind of get the car to stick into the middle. And watch out for those little sticks on the inside of that turn there. So that whole bit again from the outside, again you can see those brake lights light up and stay on for a while. It doesn't mean we're necessarily pushing the brake hard, it just means we're coming off it very slowly. And then these little alleyways of logs here, trying to navigate those smoothly and trying to keep straight but also not too far to the inside, because those little sticks on the inside will end any chance you have of setting a good time. So will these trees on the outside, so I took that turn a little bit slower, perhaps could have lined up on the outside before the turn a little bit better. Here also took this way too early, should have set a nice late apex there and I didn't, so lost a little bit of time through there. And here I'm not really sure what's the best braking point, so I kind of arbitrarily brake. Managed to get through it, could have been a little bit tighter on the exit. And then here's just another case of trying not to die. Got tapped a little bit there, saved it, stayed in the throttle. And then be careful over this crest. If you don't line yourself up correctly, you might be too far on the inside of this turn, which we're navigating around right now, and you'll end up on that little hill area towards the inside, and that's a nice way to have an accident close to home, Anyways, that puts us good enough for number 5 in the world with the little Audi Quattro A2. So, a pretty fun car to use. I had a pretty good time on this track sitting this time. You know, maybe a few seconds left to be found still. Definitely if I practiced and cleaned it up, definitely could find a little bit more time here and there. But generally pretty happy with that run. And I'm going to play this one more time in the replay inside the car this time. Just because it's a pretty quick course, we can kind of run through this again. You can kind of see it at full speed without little cuts to the exterior shot to give you maybe a better appreciation of some of these speeds. And again, through these turns, staying flat through here, getting myself chucked in. And then here, brake, lifting very quickly off the gas, back on the gas. Same here, lifting very quickly off the gas, back on the gas, as we're in the brakes as well. Tiny dab of left foot brake just to set that angle, and trying to keep that single apex. And you can kind of see here why I kind of hate playing inside the car in WRC 10, because the windshield's always dirty for no reason, man. And you're always just trying to clear it off. You're trying to find the windshield wiper button, which is just as hard as finding the handbrake button, so not fun. Speaking of finding the handbrake button, we gotta find it for this one coming up here. We're staying in second gear through there, getting ourselves out of there as fast as we can. Downshifting into second, kind of took that a little bit tighter, kind of went wide on the exit there. Likewise here, maybe a little bit more rotation, we could have been in the power a little bit faster. But again, trying to stay on that nice smooth single radius as we go up here. And at the end of this tiny little straight, want to focus on a late apex out of here so we can haul onto this little pseudo straight. So not quite as straight, but kind of for the speed we're going. And getting ourselves a nice late apex into that one, because this is a big straight. And again, those straights you can make up a lot of time just by staying flat. Kind of hard to see, but as we go over this crest, we start to brake, really get on the brakes, get ourselves chucked in there, and back on the accelerator. Trying to manage that momentum on the outside edge of the car. Nice little smooth single radius there. And keeping ourselves tucked in here, not cutting too hard, but we do have to get ourselves tucked in to these turns and make sure we don't fall off the edge there. And some more danger ahead with these logs on both sides, so you're just trying to keep it tidy through there. And again, mindful of those sticks on the inside, trying to have a nice straight exit out of there, but also not slamming into those sticks. Here, I could have just got myself a little bit more wide and taken, that traditional outside, inside, outside a little bit nicer than that. And then likewise with this left turn, like I said again, just turning in too early, could have had a better late apex, which would have put us in a better position for this little mini straight. Mini, maybe not mini, like a little medium straight. Braking somewhere, I don't know, wherever feels about right. Getting ourselves flicked through there. And here, if we could have threaded this needle, maybe just a little bit neater. I don't know, what do you think? 3/10 we could have saved? Maybe not even 3/10. And again, taking it easy off the jump so we're not on this inside hill here as we land. And gunning it for the finish. So, thanks for watching. There it is, number 5 time. Go ahead, try it yourselves over the holiday break. Let me know what you guys get. And speaking of that, like I said in the last video, Merry Christmas, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys when I get back. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.